Huh, my character didn't yawn or... Okay. Give me a second to adjust this stuff down here on the bottom screens. I completely forgot about this. There's been some changes to my social media stuff since the last time I used this screen to do a 3DS game. I guess I need to change it on DS, 3DS, and all my source screens in Streamlabs OBS because I'm not using everything that I used to. I've been downsizing. I know people are going to get sick of that, but I can't help it. I have an indecisive son of a bitch personality. I don't know what you want from me. I think I'm making a good decision, then it turns out to be a terrible decision, and then I'm back and forth and on and off again until people are just so sick of the whiplash. Honestly, I get it. I'm sick of whiplash myself, but I have to live with myself in my head. You don't, so at least there's that. But I decided that I'm just going to go with Instagram and Threads. I'm dropping Blue Sky, and then nobody was following on Blue Sky. Nobody was really paying attention or doing much on there anyway. So going forward, I think I'm just going to focus on these two platforms. I don't really care for Meta. Mark Zuckerberg is a weirdo, and Facebook has kind of been the bane of many people's existence. It's ruined so many lives. It's killed a handful of people I know. Maybe not outright directly, but like people have bullied other people into killing themselves. It's not. Of course, I guess to be fair, that could happen anywhere on the internet. Whatever. I'm just going to leave this here for now. Kind of get people to see that I'm trying to push these platforms as, because I was on Instagram for years. I think I made my Instagram account back in 2018 or 17, something like that. And it was one of my favorite platforms, even maybe a little bit more than YouTube, because I think I like taking pictures and uploading them to the internet more than I like doing videos or streams or whatever. But, I'm going to get bitten by that mosquito, aren't I? Yep, there it is. Ew. It bit me. Charlie bit me. But I became very much like... I was over it. I was over all these platforms, and I thought I was going to kind of get off of as many platforms as I could, and I ended up not doing it. To do what I do, you kind of have to suck it up and be on platforms you don't want to sometimes. It is what it is. It's unfortunate, but it's a sad facet of life that you have to learn to accept. Damn, I should have caught that. I was like, I've been using CapCut to edit now for a while. And they made some changes today when I logged in to edit some videos. I noticed that now you're allowed 7 exports a week, and I'm just like, are you kidding me? I don't want to be limited by how many videos I can make a week. Phineas! The badges! I completely forgot about the badges because I don't think they're in New Horizon. He's taking a look. I've seen YouTubers do that. Is that a thing people do? A badge! Ooh. Da, 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 da. Oh, hell yeah. Wow, I've already got the insect badge. I guess I only get one a visit, huh? I'm okay with that. take a look at it. Let's see, where do I look at my stuff? Yay! Oh, bronze. I guess gold and or silver and gold are the next two. 50%! Damn, guys, we found 50% of the insects. We started on June 1st. We're only 2 months in. Damn, feels longer. I guess because we were trying to do a playthrough of this before that didn't quite make it. Whoops. But yeah, I don't like TikTok. I tried to be on TikTok for a little bit, but it's just too, like, not my thing, not my generations for the youngins. But TikTok made a program, like free editing software called CapCut, and then today they sneakily started, you get 7 free exports a week, and then they start charging you, and I'm like, bye. I use Microsoft's equivalent, which I forgot the name of it. What's it called? Let's see. It's called Clipchamp. Like, here's the thing. You can call me a cheap bastard, but I am old school. I prefer when I buy something that I own it outright. I'm not going to do subscriptions unless I don't have a choice. Like with Pokemon Home, I pay an annual subscription of like $15 every February. And then I pay for the Nintendo Online thing, and I think that's it. Outside of like utilities IRL, I don't really pay for anything else. I'm not paying for any streaming services. They can all get fucked. But and like, here's the thing. I wouldn't mind paying outright for the software, a one-time fee. And people argue that this system is better because it allows for future updates and further development, and I guess that can work with video games, maybe, sort of, kinda, but I'm not a fan of that either. But I would accept it faster for video games than I would for software. I'm not doing that with software or services like Netflix or whatever. I'm not doing that. I want to own the material forever. I want to be able to copy and paste it to my phone or future devices. I want to be able to take it with me and watch it on planes, cars, whatever. I'm very ornery and I'm very opinionated about this, in case you couldn't tell. I mean, like I said, their argument is, well, you know, you're paying for server costs, you're paying for the development team to keep working on it. Like, I don't need them to. I just need the editing software. And I guess I could probably buy some editing software. You know, it's not like that the subscription-based ones are the only ones that exist. It's just the editing software costs hundreds, if not thousands of dollars, and that's out of my price range just for like a YouTuber doing this as a fun little hobby. It's better for me just to use CapCut and all these programs, you know. But if they're going to be fucking douchebags about it and start charging, then I'm out. Because maybe if it were like $3 a month or something, yeah, no, you go above that, I'm out. Like $5, $10. I think when I looked, it was $10 a month now for the CapCut thing. No. No, I'm good. I'm not ignoring you, asshole. I'm talking to you now. The audacity of this bitch. Oh yeah, we were working on the fountain, weren't we? Do our fossil hunt for the day and then move along. We have all the cicadas now, as far as I know, and we have the 2 big bugs that come with doing evening episodes. So I guess it doesn't matter now if I work on this in the mornings, night, whatever. Damn, my pockets are full? Oh yeah, it's because the stupid money doesn't go into your wallet. This is just bad design. Now we can hold it. So I was doing our daily Pokemon sleep update before I did this stream, and yeah, it was my first attempt at editing in Microsoft one. Biscuit, I love the dog characters. Is this yours? Oh. Detective Eric on the case. Try not to scare away that lantern fly in case we see one. So I've been trying to get Pokemon Go, I've been trying to get Wiglet, which only appears in sand. But they're doing some sort of event now, and it said that it would appear by water. So I went down to the local creek trying to find it. And I discovered a new campground that apparently opened back in 2022. It's like glamping and all sorts of stuff. I looked up their Instagram page, and it looks nice. It looks fun. But I've never really understood the appeal of glamping. That's just an outside hotel. Like I was telling Tyler yesterday, if I'm going to go camping, I want a tent on the hard, cold-ass ground where it prevents me from getting a good-ass night's sleep. I want to shit in a bush. I want to fish, do whatever. You know, the point of camping is to spend time outside. You go to a little hut that's got electricity and climate control and running water and all that. It's not camping, man. It's not camping. That's just a hotel. Hotel, motel, holiday inn. If this bug starts acting up, then you catch his friend. People are gonna be like, what? It's a song, don't worry about it. Yeah, they screwed us on the Wiggler front because Wiglet. He's that white, stretched out, long ditto looking motherfucker from Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. I forgot what the real world equivalent is. Some sort of like beach worm thing. I don't know. I've only been to the beach a handful of times in my life, so I don't really know that much about it. But no, the little infographic that I've been seeing all over across the internet saying, oh, you can just go by water, was false, because I popped on to spoofing stuff last night and I went over to the lake, Oxford Lake, which is what, 20-ish minutes drive out of town, if not greater, and walked around there all night. I didn't even find a damn thing. Then I looked it up, and yeah, sure enough, it's still tied just to sandy areas. And there's no sandy area. There's no sandy biomes anywhere near where I live. I'd have to drive almost out of state or down to the Gulf Coast, which is funny because people forget. Alabama is technically a coastal state. It's not landlocked. People are like, what? Yeah, we do. Down at the very bottom of the state, near the Gulf Coast, we have a tiny little area. We have Mobile, which is kind of like a bay. Not a lot of beach there. But you go over to Gulf Shores, right on the border with Florida. And there's a beach there. I've been a few times. Of course, the last time we went to the beach, we just went straight down to Florida. Which was September of last year. It's coming up on a year. I've been trying to make arrangements to go up to Tennessee. I want to go stay with Tyler and them for a weekend or whatever and see the sights, hang out, do touristy stuff, make some vlogs, spend time with them. Just kind of waiting on things to work out on the timing. Do I have anything in my pockets? Ooh. So we have Terraskull, Parasaurolophus torso, Raptor torso. Ooh. Now, does Animal Crossing make the same mistake that Jurassic Park makes? And it calls the Deinonychus a raptor? Because velociraptors are smaller. Like, I don't know, raccoon sized. Yeah, when Michael Crichton originally wrote Jurassic Park, the book that he was reading to like learn about the paleontology and stuff that he needed, I guess he either misread it or the book itself was wrong. I don't know. But, hello, Reese. You can have all this stuff. Why do I have a flea in my pocket? I think we got that at the end of the last episode. Is he still just sleeping? Yep. Oh, she's getting ready to yell at me. Did you drop this? Did you drop this? Love? Oh. She got me with the, or he? I don't really know. More villagers. I already asked you. Looks like nobody's home down here. It's been hot as hell. So if it, you know, I know how these flowers feel. Get out of here. Screamy. You're at home. Let's see, who is this? And did you drop something? Oh no, we have a sick villager. Oh no. I'm on the case. Detective Eric is now Dr. Eric. People DoorDash or whatever the fuck it's called, your medication. Watch me get sidetracked shopping. Oh yeah, I didn't get myself any more coins for the... Damn it. Okay, where's the medicine? I need the medicine. What is this? Nah, I'm trying to save menu. Sorry, champ. You have nothing today that I'm interested in outside of the medicine. Hit you up before you close. Hello. I wish there was a buy all function option. You know what I mean. Thank you. Coming in. Office shirt. You know what? I don't own any clothes like that. IRL. I probably should buy a fancy shirt. All I have are graphic tees because I'm trash. Actually, that's other people's opinion. I have nothing wrong with graphic tees. I ain't above a graphic tee. So Zempic's tearing me up. I'm eating so much less, considerably less than ever in my life. And had the tiniest little chunk of watermelon. And it's trying to come back up on me. My stomach's like, no. Not queasiness of like gonna throw it up, but just like the indigestion of it. It's like, stomach feels overly full. Even though I haven't really eaten anything. You know what I had today? I woke up and had a tiny little chunk of watermelon for breakfast. And that was like 7-ish something this morning. And then around lunch, I had one single peanut butter sandwich. My fat ass always usually eats 2 sandwiches when I make a sandwich. Because I'm a fatty. I had the one sandwich. And then for dinner, I had another little tiny sliver of I started to say pumpkin watermelon. Where's this villager? Wait, we haven't asked you yet. Let me ask you while you're here. And that's all the food I've had today, and my stomach's talking back at me. I've been drinking water. I haven't even been drinking sodas. Not that I could. I ran out of Diet Dr. Pepper yesterday, and we're too broke to buy anymore until Friday. I can't afford any groceries. The game wouldn't be evil enough to make a villager sick and lose an item all at the same time, because I don't think I can ask a sick villager if they lost an item. I don't think he'd be that devious. Yes. You know, I've often wanted to have this conversation with somebody, and it's funny, I've never thought to bring this up with any of my friends, but I'll bring it up with you guys. How do you know when you're doing something truly, you know, for altruistic purposes? Or how do you know when you're just trying to feed the empathy you feel or the sympathy you feel? Like, where's the blurred line between still self-serving and truly just trying to help because it's the right thing to do? Because I personally feel an extreme, overwhelming need, not desire, need to help other people, like to my own detriment. And I've often wondered if that is, if I feed that, like by going and getting this villager help, by getting their medicine, am I still being selfish because I'm seeking a dopamine hit off of it? Or am I truly doing it because it's the right thing to do and I don't want them to suffer? Hey, what's up? You're just in time for Animal Crossing. We're trying to find out who this lost item belongs to. None of them will claim it. None of the villagers want to take claim. I don't know who else to ask. I've asked everybody. Oh, hot damn. We have enough. Just barely, but it's enough. Yeah. Hot damn. We did it. We did it. We finished our fountain. I really shouldn't plant these all willy-nilly, but fuck it. I need the pocket space. They're just gonna wither and die anyway. How you doing? Screening suspicious call on my phone. I get 4 or 5 suspicious spam calls a day now. Thankfully, I have a Google Pixel phone that like tells me it's a, you know, I'm sure other phones do it too. I don't really know that much about phones, but I'm just telling you the kind of phone I have, and it'll answer on my behalf and say, please tell me what you're calling about. They always hang up. What did I just do? Well, if it makes you happy, I suppose. But yeah, I do worry about that sometimes when I try to help people out. I'm worried about, like, am I still just self-serving? Like, you know, am I just chasing making myself happy by doing a good deed? Or am I doing the good deed because it's the good deed? I really don't know. I can't tell. And I'm worried it makes me shitty. But I do. I feel overly compelled to help everybody everywhere at all times. And I kind of wore myself out on that back in the day. Tyler and I used to run around and help everybody do stuff, and it got to the point where we're just giving too much of ourselves and too much of our time, and people began to take advantage, and we had to pull back, you know. There it is. Does anybody else get jaw pops? I don't know who else to ask. We've asked everybody. None of these villagers are home, but they're not out walking around. You have a billing problem? Yes. Oh, you have a big problem. Why did I read that as billing problem? You son of a bitch. Did you drop something? For the love of God, say yes. There's nobody else left to ask. So what's your big problem you need help with? We'll see if we can solve it. Zzz. Wiglet. Yeah, I was talking about that earlier before you got here. All of the people on social media led me to believe that we could get Wiglet just by going to the water during this event. I double checked. Nope. It's still only available in sand. I don't live anywhere near sand. Are you guys safe, by the way, from that tsunami? Or tsunamis? Yeah, apparently there was an earthquake yesterday off the coast of Russia somewhere. And the entire Pacific Ocean was under fire, you know. Kind of getting tsunami warnings and watches and whatnot. So I'm just hoping everybody's okay out there. You son of a bitch, beetle! That beetle was not having it. Yeah, I don't know what we're going to do about Wiglet. I guess we're just going to have to wait until they put it in eggs or something. I did not say pick that up, you dingus. Drop it. I don't know how close you live to the ocean, but I don't live close to the ocean. Which is bittersweet, because I don't really do the whole going in the water thing, but when there's stuff like needing a Pokemon that it's in the ocean or water biomes or beach or whatever the hell, I'm screwed. Screwed. I have never been a fan of that regional bullshit that Niantic has done. I still don't have a damn Farfetch'd. Like, I have the Galarian Farfetch'd, but I want to say the Cantonian Farfetch is a Japan exclusive, and that pisses me off. I've had them before through events and stuff, but I've always traded them away to other people who needed them. Again, going back to helping until it screws yourself over and not being able to say no. I don't have one for myself. Yeah, they really did. It got a lot of people to like play again and get back into it. It's like I said earlier, I think Niantic has been my most hated company ever. They do the shadiest shit and get away with it. It's just okay. Hold on a minute. This is a picture that I have on my wall next to my desk. It just started falling. I'm doing a terrible job holding this camera. Hang on. Hang on a minute. Yeah, I screwed that up. I've heard enough of you walking around in there. Thankfully, my little birdies didn't fall. They would have broken. That was weird. You know, it's funny. I wonder, because I know we're thousands and thousands and thousands of miles away from the earthquake that happened last night, but we did still register it somewhat on our Richter scales this far away. And I'm kind of wondering if maybe, you never know. Oh, I forgot when I minimize the game, it goes away. I need an easier way to show pictures on stream than going through all of this trouble. Anywho. Yeah, I'm just sitting here talking to you guys, minding my own business. When ironically, the picture that I have of the ocean, the very thing we're talking about, goes crooked. Ooh. Now, see, if I were a believer in the paranormal, I would say there's some sort of message there. I don't believe in that hokey pokey nonsense. But yeah, for those of you who do, get spooked. I can't tell if my camera is back where it's supposed to be or not. All right, well, we were able to get medicine for face, but I still don't know who the hell this lost item belongs to. I've asked them, right? I'm assuming Rudy's a boy. Did I ask Rudy already? Cat knows things. Yeah, he does. I don't know who this belongs to. Are any of our dumbass villagers up here? Do, 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 do. If one of them's in the museum, I'm gonna be pissed. Oh, Lord, hello. All right. Jesus, this means we have to check each section. Usually I don't mind that the villagers poke around in places like this, but if the game gives me a lost item, then it becomes really annoying. Because you know I'm going to hunt them down. Oh hell, we finished that one. Like, nobody slammed any doors. Velociraptor, okay. Wait, what did it say Velociraptor meant? Velociraptor. Usually just called raptors. They're also known as velociraptors, which literally means swift sea. No, it doesn't. It means swift bird of prey. Swift Caesars? They had large heads for their bodies, so theory suggests they were relatively intelligent. Though not imposing in stature, they had large and deadly claws on their hind legs. Maybe. That still seems larger than what a raptor would be. But then again, bear in mind, there were raptor was just one category. There were tons of different raptors. You know. It got awfully cloudy and stormy looking outside, but it never did anything. There's been a lot of kids, like younger kids, 10 and under, riding around up and down my street on ATVs, four-wheelers, golf carts, stuff like that. Not a damn helmet among them. Couldn't be my kids. You ain't gonna be riding that shit without a helmet, I'm sorry. Not a snowball's chance in hell I'd let my kid get on something like that without a helmet. You son of a bitch. I knew you were up here. I knew it. I saw something like that and I'm not particularly happy about it. I think the Mosasaurus from Jurassic World is also dead in canon now, which I'm not happy about that either. Especially since Rebirth just kind of ignored past animals and just did its own thing, which is fine. I was happy about that, but when Rexy goes, I don't want it to be an off-screen bullshit thing. I want to know about it. Because I get that it's a fictional character, but goddamn, that character means more to me than any other character in fiction. It's like a family member. They better be careful how they handle Rexy's death. I like Blue a lot too, but not nearly as much as Rexy. Very far from the equator because of their age. Yeah, that... See, the only thing is, they gathered up a handful of the animals and took them to Biosyn's sanctuary. Oh, god damn it, we came all this way and it's not your item either. Oh, I forgot the mosquito will bite you from inside the museum. But yeah, that's, I don't know how I feel about that story arc. Having the animals get off of the islands and around the rest of the world was a concept in the original novels anyway. It's not something, you know, new to the just for the movies, but they kind of wrote themselves into a corner with that one. But I do like the way they fixed it. You know, the animals just aren't fit for surviving, you know, a lot of the colder climates, the further you get away from the equator. But I want to say at the ending of Dominion, they had moved Rexy to Biosyn's Valley. So I think that's where she is. I think she might have been fine. As far as Blue and Beta surviving, like in Northern California, all they really needed to do was migrate further south, you know, to the valley. If they live near the valley, they'll be fine because it's like 80 degrees year round there. So I don't know. It really just boils down to whether future films want to use those characters or not. Dominion was supposed to be Dominion was supposed to be a closure, a bookend for both of the original trilogies. And Rebirth is supposed to be a new bookend for a new series, you know. And I honestly, I just don't know what the future holds. I don't know where they're going to take the stuff that because they own all these characters, they own all this IP, and it really boils down to who's writing it, because I'm going to be honest with you. Hollywood is not good at making movies, at least not anymore. Like any old timers that were around to make movies decent when we were kids, they've retired. Like you're just getting schlock now out of Hollywood. So my fear is that Jurassic World Rebirth was a one-off, and that when they do come back with more, they probably won't be good. That's my prediction. I know we asked you already, buddy, but I don't know who the fuck else to ask. I've asked everybody if they've lost this damn thing. And it's funny because, see, I've talked about this in other episodes, and don't ask me which episodes and what game I was playing, because hell if I remember. But I have talked about this before. Legacy sequels and ongoing franchises have a huge problem of what I like to call in-between information that you need to know. I'm a huge diehard fan of the Jurassic series, so I'm going to have seen every movie, every TV show, everything that's produced for it. I'm aware exists to an extent. I'm not a hyper fan. I can't be bothered to like obsessively look at websites all day, every day, but I know more than the average moviegoer would about the franchise. But let's say I were to go see a Marvel movie, and I haven't watched like eight in a row. I've missed like 8 different Marvel movies. Then I have no fucking idea what's happening. Unless I'm watching like a standalone movie. But average moviegoers who might have missed one of the Jurassic World movies or something, they have no idea. They don't know what's happening. They don't know what's going on. They don't know who is alive and who's dead. They just see a dinosaur on the screen. They probably don't even know half of them have names. I don't like the gaps sometimes in media like that, you know. You can call it OCD or whatever, but sometimes it bothers me. And like you said, you watch a YouTube video. I'll do that too. I'll watch a YouTube video about something that I like, and I'll have had no idea. It happens with video games a lot too. I'll watch a YouTube video telling me about some sort of games like lore, and I'm like, huh, I didn't know any of this, even though I played every one of them. So it's maybe I'm just not observant enough, or maybe I'm not as media literate as I think I am. I don't know. Damn it. Yeah, I think we're busted, guys. I don't think, not busted. I'm trying to come up with a word. I think I think it's a bust. That's what I was trying to say. I don't think we're going to be able to find who this item belongs to. I think it's a bust. Oh, Lord. Full pocket. Yeah, there's a handful of people on there that have the collections. I watch those from time to time. A lot of those videos are really entertaining and fun to watch. You get to see a lot of the products that you might not have known existed. If I were smart, I would have kept all those toys that I had as a kid. But you don't think about that, you know? You get older and you outgrow playing with toys, and your mom's like, all right, we'll get rid of it. We'll donate them to thrift store or whatever. I think I held on to one of my Jurassic Park toys. I think I held on to my original Triceratops. And then sometime in my late teens, early 20s, I don't even know what the hell happened to that thing. I just know I don't have it now. Most of everything I own, well, actually everything that I own now is a replacement of something that I had. Except for new stuff that I get, like the popcorn bucket that I got, the Tyrantrum Pokemon figure, you know, or the new Rexes on the shelf back there. But like that Rex there and some of this other stuff is just like I rebought all the VHS tapes, and then I bought these plastic slip covers to go over them so that they'll be protected. And whoever I bought these from kept them in pretty immaculate condition over the years. It's gonna be hard to do the holographic thing on the front of that one, but they didn't do Jurassic World on VHS. Payday drops Friday. I have these other box sets that came out, I think, in 2000, but these are like they have two tapes, because one is the feature film, as one is a like bonus feature set, and I want to get plastic covers for these as well. But yeah, so I don't own any of my original stuff from back then. Everything I have now is replacing stuff that I've lost over the years, you know. And I don't really have any reason to watch the VHS tapes because I have digital copies of all the movies, so it's really no point into like buying a VCR or something, you know. I'm really upset about not being able to find who this item belongs to. I think it might be about time to wrap this up for the day, folks. It's pretty odd, though. I don't know why that picture decided to fall. I went in there to, you know, check and make sure that somebody wasn't bumping the wall in the other room. No. The animals are asleep. Nobody else is in there. Nobody else is here. My sister's here, but nobody else is here right now. And oh, you son of a bitch. What? No! It has to be yours. It has to be. We don't have any villagers left. This makes some sense. Make it make sense. I don't think anybody would be in here, but I'll check. Our one little painting. He never comes to town. That's not, I don't know what to do. If he doesn't come to town, I can't buy the stuff. Son of a bitch. It looks like his portion of the museum might be smaller in this game, though, which is good. Be easier to fill in. Oh, shit, 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 shit. I'm so sleepy, tired, and yawning. So tired, yawning. So tired. All right, I think we're done for the day. I'm never going to find who this damn item belongs to, and I've been in and out of every fucking building. You pieces of shit. Where are you hiding? The hell? Oh, crap. Alright, I give up. Alright, we're done. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I don't know when's the next day we'll do Animal Crossing. This year I've kind of just been streaming whatever I can, like whatever I feel like that day. If I'm very low energy, I'll do Pokemon or Animal Crossing or something. It's why some of my Let's Plays have been backburnered for so long now. It's just always so tired. Always so tired. Ava's the chicken, right? All right. See you, folks.